heading to Hampton Manor. We just passed like Wally World and a bunch of shopping and restaurants. But I was on the phone. Oh, and there's the part of the reservoir over there, Swift Creek Reservoir. It's back over there. All right, we'll pick it back up when we get a little bit closer. Wow, look at that sky. Okay, we're at Otterdale Road. We got shopping over there. I think it's with Publix. There's an Aldi or a Lidl close by. Yes, it's Lidl. And we're heading over to Harper's Mill. This would also get you over to Hampton Park. And a Wawa. Keep heading that way. You're heading, like right now, we're like right at the cusp of Mosley and Midlothian. You keep heading that way, you're definitely into Mosley and into Amelia. All right, we're pulling in. It looks like they have some trash going on. Some renovation, most likely, when you get something like that. Just giving you a shot as we pull in through the neighborhood. All right, I'll pick it up as we get in front of the house. And here we are. It's almost like a corner lot in a way, just or like a reverse cul-de-sac lot, where it's like the reverse pie, where instead of having the large backyard, you have the larger front yard. All right, so let me get parked and we'll pick it back up. Okay, they're asking $350,000. 2571 square feet, puts about $136 a square foot. You can see the driveway needs a little bit of attention. Definitely needs to be sealed. And you know, it looks a little bit dated from the front. $136 a square foot for first floor. I believe it's the first floor master here. I know they have a first floor bedroom with a full bath. So $136 a square foot in this neighborhood is good. So that's telling me that, combined with knowing that it's an estate. Roof looks good though, from what I can see. There's maybe a couple spots. It's not new, at least it doesn't look new. But there's a ridge vent, so that's good. You know, give you a shot where not at the end of a cul-de-sac, but definitely close to it. So you know, it should lessen the amount of traffic that you have here. Quite a few cars parked in the street. But yeah, the fact that you know, the dollar per square foot, so, and the fact that it's in a state, tell me that it's probably going to be dated. All right, so we'll pick it up as we go back in. Soft, it looks good. All right, so we got the door unlocked. We have the door unlocked. That is not rot, but definitely could stand to be painted. You can see the side lights look good. The type of gaskets, those are the good gaskets. I'll point out the bad ones if we see them. They're the ones that have a tendency to fail. Also, wood floors. These they look pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, they look like they've been refinished, but they went a little thick on the glaze there. So, but anyway, let me show you what we have here. So we're in a, I guess, 9-foot ceilings, I guess. Yeah, it's about 9 foot, single story foyer. You're not confronted immediately with the stairs. Not a lot of people do not like that. You can find that in the older style home. And you can see where the sun's kind of faded some of the flooring here. And looks like they did some work in here, but these don't look like they've been touched. So I suspect maybe there was more sun exposure in here than they got in here. So that's maybe why they refinished these, I'm assuming. All right, so this will be your living room. Also, they call it a flex room. Could stand to be painted. Here's your return with the filter at the return. Again, could stand to be painted, so I don't think I need to stress that anymore. Dining room here. Nice size dining room. Hopefully they have the sizes online. And I don't walk in here with the information. I usually have a sheet with me, but I don't have it with me right now. Or I try to have the sheet with me. Okay, so your half bath, that's seated properly. If you wonder what I was doing, if that's not seated properly, then I try to look for any signs of leaks. Okay, so cathedral ceiling, 2-story family room, very nice. Carpet is not new, but it's not in, excuse me, not in rough condition. But yeah, it's not new. Gas burning logs. You can see the screen looks a little fogged. That happens over time. Typically though, once you get the gas logs going, the fogging disappears, but it will come back, once it's cooled off again. That might be a blown seal. That's a little foggy. I know that the lights, the sunlight's kind of washing it out, but it could just be dirty. We're in pollen season, so. Let me, so there's the mud room there with your washer and dryer, but let me show you this. So you have laminate counters, and yeah, it's kind of like I suspected, it's just kind of dated. It's not bad though, and I like the layout. I don't know if it's like your type of layout. Cathedral ceiling in here as well. Track lighting, a lot dated. More of an updated chandelier here. And this is your eat-in here, your breakfast nook, whatever you want to call it. A little bit of separation here, and you can see where the what the sun has done, what the sun does. It's faded the wood here. Yeah, this is probably where they had a rug or a table or something sitting here. You can kind of make out the outline. And just check to make sure that all these gaskets are, yeah, okay. Electric cooking, pantry, staple drawers, and not soft shut. Dishwasher, yeah, it's just dated. All right, and this will take you back around to the dining room. Then, and I apologize if it seems like I'm going fast. They give us such short showing windows now because there's so many, so many people trying to get in to look at these houses when they come on the market. So they don't give us a lot of time. True 2-car. Technically with the size of this one, you can call it a 2.5, but this is a nice size. I don't see the water heater, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Your main water shut off, so that's good that it's not in the crawl space. And I don't see any, any signs of like excessive moisture through the block or any cracks that look alarming. Same thing with the flooring here. Lift master in there. And it's chain drive. So keep in mind if there are any bedrooms up above here, whoever's sleeping up there, if somebody's leaving in the morning or whatever, that could influence your sleep pattern. All right, let's come around here to the cook closet. There was no cook closet at the front, was there? I don't recall seeing one. Have the half bath, nah. Nope. All right, so your cook closet is not at the front door, it's back here. I've never known anybody to walk away from a house over that, but that's what it is. You could be the first. 6-panel doors. Cathedral, I imagine this is the master. Carpet is, I wouldn't say that it needs to be replaced, but kind of depends on your flavor. I'd probably want to replace it. If it's just this amount of this carpet that needs to be replaced, then here, it's going to cost you more just to have them come out. But I'd say you could probably get this done for $2,000, maybe $1,500. Of course, if there's more carpet throughout, that would save you some money in the long run because they're coming out here and doing a large job. Linoleum floors, and that's what was in the mudroom as well. Double vanity, cultured marble, steel drawers, It's not jetted tub, it's just a soaking tub or a garden tub, whatever your flavor that you want to call it. Water closet, get that a push, that's fine. Solid. Definitely needs to be painted in here. Good gosh. How does this happen? What the? Anyway. Walk-in closet. And a bit of a step up to get into your shower. It's like a pretty high step up to get into this one. And this could stand to be recaulked, and the shoe mold needs to be touched up. Just feeling pretty soft spots. Anytime you see new flooring in a bathroom, it's just make sure that it can go over rot. There's a bench in here. Okay. All right. Ceiling fan, ceiling light. We'll get you a shot of the backyard. Not much of a backyard, but here's the deck. Looks like they've replaced some boards on here. And it doesn't look like it was professionally stained. Just like the floors in there, they look good, but they don't look like they were professionally done. But you know, keep in mind, I see so many houses every day. It's definitely not bad. It just doesn't look like it was professionally done. If it was an amateur job, that's a damn good amateur job. Talking about in here. Let me see if I can get a close up of what I'm talking about.
See how it almost look kind of grainy and bubbly? You see that? Do you see that? That's what I'm talking about.
Make sure they're not showing it in here yet. Okay, let's go on up. How are we looking on time? We're not looking bad on time. About a little less than 10 minutes to go. All right, so we're up in the loft area. Whew. Have fun changing the light bulb. You can call me, but not for that. Sorry about that, caulking, man. Okay, so this is the loft area. Carpet doesn't really look bad up here. Doesn't look very heavily trafficked. And to replace all of this carpet, oh, yeah, there's a big stain in there. But to replace all of this carpet, so we have knee wall here and some knee wall storage. I'm starting to suspect that the water heater might be in the crawl. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, it could be in the attic. There's your attic access. That stinks. Okay, so you'll be putting a lot of storage, I'm assuming, in your garage. But to get back to where we were, to replace all of this carpet, there's a window in here. How funny is that? That's just for your for the elevation. If you're not familiar with what elevation is, there's a lot of storage in here. If you're not familiar with what elevation is, it's basically what people would call like the facade of the house, the front of the house. So just for aesthetics, basically, is what that window is for. To replace all of this carpet, you're probably looking at about, gosh, you know, if you went with standard grade, everything, I'm not talking the bells and whistles. And this is pre-COVID prices, definitely pre-COVID prices. You'd probably be looking around $4,000. So COVID prices, I don't even want to take a stab at it. I'm just saying pre-COVID, you're probably looking about 4,000, 5,000 max. But I don't even think it would be that much. I'm gonna say 3,000 to 5,000. Alrighty. Ceilings look good. Doesn't look pretty like signs of leaks or anything. Here's your second return. Oh, you have a 2-zone here. Yep, so 2-zone heat and cooling, if you're not familiar with what that is. That means you can keep the upstairs cool and downstairs hot. If it was single zone, then we would have to utilize oh, this is fiberglass, by the way. All the showers and baths here are fiberglass. This is cultured marble here. So if you only had a single zone, you would want to utilize a stains in the carpet here. You would want to utilize a damper system. Oh. Okay, so that is a little, I think it's just where it's been brushed away. I don't see any signs of real leaks. You can see a little bit of staining in here, but there's no rust lines going up the side of the pan. On this is gas water heater, excellent, okay. And try and pull an age off of here. All right, is that the serial number? No. And there's serial number there. Probably, I don't know, who makes this one? State Industries. Okay, so we'll try and, oh, 2002, okay. The way they do the serial numbers, there's a website that we can go to, pull up the age, but that one clearly states 2002. Not all of them will actually have the year printed out clearly on there. Double closets, or double doors, I should say, French doors. And let me just come back here to give you another shot of this room here. You can see the knee wall, ceiling fan, ceiling light. Again, it needs to be painted. Okay, and this is probably gonna be walk-in attic storage. It is nice. And so we have natural gas here, but they opted for electric heat. So all right, so it's not uncommon to find a heat pump up and furnace down. So that might be what we're looking at. So that's gonna tell me that who makes this Carrier? Okay, so we can pull up the age. If I had to guess, just based off the serial numbers, I'm gonna say maybe 2014. So we might have the furnace in the crawl space. But typically, if it's not a furnace up, furnace down, you're gonna have, and it is 2-zone, which this is, you're gonna have, oh, that's interesting. Look at that. So when I hit this light switch, oh, I didn't do it that, there it goes. Huh. Interesting, okay. I don't know why I would do that. I would have an electrician take a look at that. When I didn't see a panel box, what time are we looking at? Gosh, all right, really quick. Let's go in the garage, see if the panel box is in there. Yeah, there's your thermostat. Huh, oh, is that it over there? Sure is. All right, let's see what the amperage we're looking at. 200 amp service, that's what you want. Come on, clear up, there you go. And everything is clearly labeled, and you have free bays. Free, like you have extra room. Irrigation system. Could not begin to tell you how many zones we have. We'd have to get that from the homeowner if they know what it is. Or you can have a irrigation professional come out. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna head out, and then we'll come back and walk around the backside. Take a look. Well, let me see, let's do this really fast. Check for any softness here. So these look good. A lot of times you'll find these have been rotted or replaced along the bottom. Yeah, this feels fine. Okay, vinyl looks good. Give you a shot of the yard. There's really not a whole lot to it in the yard. That's your gas ventilation, dated light fixture. Overhang on the shingles for the roof look good. And the deck looks like it's in overall good condition. I would, you come out, power wash And it did go a while without some attention, you can tell. It's splintering up. So, you know, maybe replace this board, depending on how you feel about it. Maybe that board as well, but it doesn't appear to have like any rot or anything. They just went a while without putting stain or paint on it. All right. So if we had an inspection, and I would always recommend having an inspection, inspector's probably going to call out these stairs because they're not, you can see how big of a step that is compared to, so that wouldn't be code right there with the size of that one step there. So you would just have to be careful or get it replaced. And actually, this is like it's dropping down. Yeah, so that needs some work. But that can be done relatively cheaply. All right, pop ahead and crawl, where I'm anticipating to see a furnace. Yeah, see there's a gas vent right there. So we know we have a gas water heater, but that was upstairs, so that vent would be going out through the attic or to some effect. I'm gonna put my finger on the biggest, blackest spider. And there's your furnace. I don't know if you can make it out, but come on, zoom in, baby. All right, there it is. That's your furnace. Crawl space looks good. Not really humid. I mean, musty or anything. We do have some disintegration happening here at the crawl inlet, but that's not going to really have any meaningful impact on the integrity of this house, on the foundation or anything. I don't see any cracking here. Overhang on the shingles look good. Roof looks good. Yeah. Okay. And here are your neighbors. It's actually pretty nice. Back here, you are kind of close to you kind of abut to your other neighbor here. I don't see any privacy fencing, so I'm not sure. Actually, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head if they allow privacy fencing in here. I do see some picket fence, over there, but I don't see any privacy fencing. So if that was a concern for you, that's something that we would want to find out about. Just a tiny little hairline fracture there. That's nothing. Gas right there. I'm looking at the foundation mostly right now, and overhang looks good. Siding looks good. It's not totally uncommon. It's part of your irrigation system. One of these is going to be for down. One of them is going to be for up. So this one is probably going to be for downstairs. This is going to be your downstairs cooling. Yeah, it's almost definitely your downstairs cooling. And this is probably going to be your air handle, your compressor for 2014 maybe. I don't see an age on the year. This is carrier, so we can pull the age off of that, off the serial number. So typically, like your natural gas furnace, and if it's just a straight up central air unit, since they're only handling one job, they're going to tend to last you a little bit longer a piece than a heat pump that's fluctuating back and forth. At least that's been my experience, and from what I've heard from my HVAC. It's definitely needs some work. I think a lot of this was probably done by one of the estate estate's family or something. Yeah, so you know, furnace should run you 17 plus years. You know, you get 30 years out of a gas furnace, that is, potentially. My experience, you're probably gonna get right at about 2019, but I've seen them go out in 14 years before. So a lot of it has to do with how often you're having them serviced. And same thing with your central air unit. Central air unit should run you, you know, right around 20 years. It's just, I mean, your AC unit. It has one job to do. You have one job to do. So it's not flipping back and forth between heat and everything. Your heat pump, however, I usually tell people after about 12 years, maybe start pocketing away for, you know, just for the just in case. It's the faux shake here. But as long as you're keeping it serviced and you know it's a good unit, you know, a heat pump could run you 20 years. But I usually tell people after about 12 years for a heat pump, you know, just start pocketing away, keep an eye on it. And for a furnace, and just a central air unit, since it's just one of those, you know, there's one set of jobs a piece, you know, maybe after about 14 years, start pocketing away. But they could last you much longer. Hell, oil furnace could run you, I know oil is not cheap typically, but oil furnace could run you 50 years. And I've seen them go 50 years. I've seen a 30-year-old heat pump. It was a train. It was still pulling the number it's supposed to pull. All right, I'll get this uploaded.